are okay playing a lead role or a second lead, the character is what matters to you. Why did you say that?
Because I think that's ultimately what matters. I think at the end of the day, I've also mentioned in the same interview that I do not like
it working with Bunny, especially because he's such a energetic and such a great performer.
He's a wonderful co-star, you know, right from the first time that I worked with him right until now. The only differences that I can say are that he's been playing different characters in these, you know, this is the third film, so in these 3 films. And
you shared the screen space with Rakul. You also said that you both had quite a few scenes that you worked on together. So what is the kind of equation that you both share?
I think there is this one very important part of the movie where all of us are together. You know, me and Rakul and Shrikant and everyone else, like the whole setup. But even at that point, our work was not like, it didn't really clash. I was actually very, very happy because in all of the Telugu films that I've seen and even the Tamil films that I've seen, I've not really seen a heroine playing this sort of a character before.
Who's the Sarainodu in your life?
No man, I'm waiting. Still waiting, still waiting. No Sarainodu.
Hi Catherine, thanks
Hi.
for being on the show. It's
My
such a pleasure
pleasure.
to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, and talking about Sarainodu, you're coming back with a full-fledged film after a long gap, you know. So what's going through your mind right now?
Well, I don't know. I just it's like it is another one of my films for me, and of course, there's a lot of work that goes into every single film. So I'm just I have a really good feeling about this one, and we all do actually, because shooting it was a lot of fun, and we really enjoyed the whole process of making this particular film. So we're all pretty confident that everyone's going to enjoy it just as much as we did,
Right.
if not more.
So are you excited or nervous?
I'd say I'm calm because, you know, I believe in doing things to the best of my capabilities. So I really have nothing much to think about or worry about at this point.
So
of
are you
time.
always as composed as you are now?
I try to be. I think it's a nice way to be. Yes, it's a lot peaceful like this. Yeah.
In a recent interview, Catherine, you just mentioned that you are okay playing a lead role or a second lead. The character is what matters to you. Why did you say that?
Because I think that's ultimately what matters. I think at the end of the day, I've also mentioned in the same interview that I do not like to do blink and miss roles where I just come and go. So if the character is a full-fledged one, and if I really like the importance of the character, and if it's exciting and fresh for me,
Right.
I'm not very concerned about the hierarchy of characters
Right.
in films. I think that is something that the audience should watch and decide.
So how would you describe what you have done in Sarainodu?
I think, well, what I did in Sarainodu, if you're talking about like the groundwork for the film, I didn't really do much. I love to do, you know, a lot of homework before I enter a film because I like to be very sorted that way. But over here, when I spoke to my director about it, he said that wasn't really very necessary. He just asked me to be myself for the most part. And we took it one day at a time and, you know, one scene at a time. And I think it's come out very, very well.
But it's an unusual character, right? Playing
That's
an
exactly why I
MLA.
took it up.
Right, and you still didn't do an homework, so how was it playing that role?
See, well, sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes you just need to approach it as a blank slate. You know, sometimes that is just what works. When you have, like, when you clear out your mind and, you know, you just let things happen naturally. That's pretty much what I did with this film.
Because it's not a character that we actually see very often, at least in Telugu or
I don't think
the South Indian
I
film.
don't think it's happened so far.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So how was it with Boyapati? Did he tell you how that character needs to be portrayed or what he thought of the character?
He actually made my job very, very easy. I'd say that this is my best working experience in Telugu. I had an amazing time working with him because he's a very, very organized director. And what I really love about him the most is the grip that he had on the whole film. Of course, he's still working on it right now. So he would not let a single shot be allocated to anyone else. He had complete grip over every single shot and every frame of this film, right down to the tiny details like my hair and my jewelry. He would sit with the designer and pick them out for every scene, and the ring that I'd wear on a finger. So really tiny details like that, and I like working in a lot of detail myself. So I think we really got along great as far as that is concerned. So I think a lot of the credit for the way I've been portrayed in this particular film has to go to Boyapati sir.
Yeah. So Boyapati Sinu is also a director who takes total care when it comes to the characters, with his stars, how they should talk, how they should be seen. So how was the whole experience, the whole film experience?
It was really pleasant for me. I don't think there were any uncomfortable or hard moments as such. I don't think there are hard moments for me anyway. I'd say there are challenging moments, but I like those. Otherwise, it just becomes very bland and boring. Whereas as far as this one was concerned, it was very pleasant. It was like a joyride. Honestly speaking, it was a complete joyride for me.
Right. So you seem to have enjoyed the film a lot.
I really did. That's what I'm trying to say. We all did actually. There were no dull moments. So that's why I think we are pretty confident that when you see it, you're going to have just as much as fun as we did.
Right. This is the third time you're teaming up with Allu Arjun. So how was it working with Bunny, especially because he's such a energetic and such a great performer?
He's a wonderful co-star, right from the first time that I worked with him right until now. The only differences that I can say are that he's been playing different characters in these, this is the third film, so in these 3 films, and me too. So the setup is different, and what we're wearing is different, and our lines are different. But besides that, at the end of the day, I think he really loves what he does. I think he really loves films, and I do too. So we get along great on that aspect.
Right. Earlier, you and Bunny set the screen on fire with Top Lech Poddi, and now it's You're My MLA. So how is it actually dancing with Bunny?
Well, okay, I'll tell you this. I'm not really dancing in You're My MLA. There's this other nice surprise little song that you'll see when the film comes out. But You're My MLA is the one that's caught on a lot audio-wise. It's become like, it's got such mass appeal. And I'm really happy about that. It's nice to share screen space with him.
Right. And how is it to keep up with his dancing pace?
See, we've done that, so and we try and grow with every single film, and it's nice because I personally, shooting songs for me is like the best part of a film. It's not that I don't enjoy my scenes, but I love to do songs, and I love the whole dancing aspect of our films. That's what separates it from the rest of the films that are made around the world. And I really like doing that. I think it's very entertaining for me and for the audience to watch. So it's nice to have a co-star who's such a fantastic dancer. The energy when you put us 2 together is great.
Right. Does that also come from the interest that you learned dancing and singing earlier?
Yes, I guess so. I mean, I was doing it for a while. So, as you get better at it, you start to enjoy it more and more. I can't say that I enjoyed it as much when I started out because it was a little bit of, it's a little tough to actually, get your act together. But once you kind of get once you get the grip of it, and you start understanding the whole art form of dancing, you start enjoying it a lot more.
So which form of dance did you actually learn?
All forms. I mean, I like to dabble around with everything. I can't say that I've just done one. So basically all forms, like whatever I feel like actually.
Are we gonna see you sing for your films?
I hope to someday, yeah. I think it should just happen like at the spur of a moment. It should happen spontaneously. I do not believe in planning it. And yeah, I definitely will someday.
Catherine, in one of your interviews, I actually read that you were watching a film with your dad, and one of the scenes actually got you, to get into films. Is that true?
I don't know about that.
Right.
There was nothing like that
Right.
as such at all. No, I don't think that was the case. The acting, it was not like a bug. I just wanted to try it out. It sort of just happened, and I liked performing. I always have been. I just never saw myself in films. I always thought I was going to study, and because I was a very good student. So I just wanted to try it out, and when I did, I really liked it, and I thought that I should continue doing this. It's as simple as that.
So did you grow up watching films?
A few, yes. Mostly a lot of English films, and a couple of Hindi films as well.
Right.
A lot of Shah Rukh Khan films, a lot of Salman and Hrithik and Ajay Devgan, a lot of films like that. Yeah.
Right. So does Bollywood interest you as well?
See, right now, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I always say that language really doesn't matter to me. Movies are movies, and cinema is cinema. But as of now, I'm very happy with the kind of work I'm doing. Yeah, I have, as of now, no plans to go anywhere.
Right. Coming back to Sarainodu, you shared the screen space with Rakul. You also said that you both had quite a few scenes that you worked on together. So what is the kind of equation that you both share?
See, as far as the movie is concerned, we actually do not have a lot of scenes together. She comes in for a different part, and I come in for a different part. I think there is this one very important part of the movie where all of us are together. Me and Rakul and Shrikant and everyone else, like the whole setup. But even at that point, our work was not like, it didn't really clash. Whatever I saw of her, as like whatever shots I saw of her, she was pretty good at what she does. Beyond that, I didn't really speak. No, I didn't really have much of an interaction with her.
Are there any anecdotes from or moments from the shoot that you recollect and which stays with you for a long time?
Like I said, the whole film, and I like to remember every part of it because it's part of my experience, and experience, you take that with you. So of course I remember the entire film. A particular anecdote, I don't really believe in having those. I think every moment is important, and well, if you're insisting, I enjoyed the songs. I think, yeah, those definitely.
And does Bunny play pranks on you on the set? So how is he as a
I don't know. A lot of people say that he does, but no, never with me so far.
Right.
He's very focused. I don't think he has the time, or he's not distracted enough to do things like that, and neither am I. So when we're on set, we're like, we've got our horse blinders on, and we're like focused on the shot.
So can you talk a little more about your character in the film, the MLA character?
See, Boy Party sir called me up and told me about this role and said that he thought I could do it. And I've been wanting to work with him, and I was really happy when he told me about this particular character, because I was getting offered a lot of regular, very, very routine roles that I felt were getting repetitive. Like very similar to what I was doing in Tamil, or stuff that I've already done here, and I don't really like to repeat much. So when he came up to me with this, I was actually very, very happy, because in all of the Telugu films that I've seen, and even the Tamil films that I've seen, I've not really seen a heroine playing this sort of a character before, and that to a politician without a negative shade. I really liked what he wrote, and he really spent a lot of time scripting this, and I was happy that he came to me to play this particular character. So she's basically a young MLA, just like about my age, and she's a very responsible person. And I think it just shows what it should be like, what the kind of responsibility you should have if you are in that position, because you kind of make decisions that influence a lot of other people's lives. So the character shows what kind of responsibility you should have. I like that the most about her, because I'm very responsible as a person myself.
So Catherine, when you're picking a script, what is it that you actually look for in the script before signing the dotted lines?
Well, when a director comes to me with a story, well, he first tells me what he'd like me to do, in the story. And very rarely is a film about the heroine. So of course I have a part to play, but the whole film is not on my shoulders. So I look at the part that has been given to me. And that's why I say characters are what is important, because there are loads of movies and a few that I have done where I am a lead, but you just come and go. So that's why I started to, you know, be like, I like a little meat in what I do. Forgive me for saying so, but I really like to have a little meat. It's as simple as that. So, and again, like I said earlier, I don't like to repeat stuff that I've done before, because it bores me. And when I'm bored, I just don't deliver. And if I'm bored, how can I ever entertain other people? So I try to do something different, or at least pick characters that are different. I'm really thankful that people are coming to me with the stuff that is sort of you know, different. And of course the team. I need to have a nice team. I like to work with a good team, because it takes a good team to take what is on paper and make it a really good film.
So Catherine, is that why you're actually selective about the projects that you do?
See, I don't really like the word selective. I like to do things that make me happy, because when I do something, I like to do it really, really well, or I choose not to do it at all. So that's basically how I go about things. I really do not like the word selective, no.
So you've surprised a lot of people with your performance in Madras, you know, and so is that like a beginning of a new chapter in your life, especially with that glam doll image, that tag being off?
So you guys gave me the glam doll image. I didn't really ask for it, and even over here, I've done films where I wasn't a glam doll. Like, you know, Paisa didn't work out very well, but I was not a glam doll in that particular film. Sitarama gave me a lot of reach, and I was a very modern girl in the film. So I think that's how it stuck on. But I do not let that, I don't like to be defined by just one film. So, and Madras came my way right after Sitarama, and it was a really fantastic role. Fantastic because it was so well written. You know, the character was deep. There were so many details. You know, it was not just like a caricature. So, and the film as a whole was absolutely brilliant. Frankly, when I was doing that film, I knew that this is a good film. We all knew, it was a feeling just like I have for this one. We all knew that this is a good film, we're part of something nice. But I never really expected it to do what it did. And I'm not complaining. I'm very, very happy about you know, the kind of reach. And it deserves that kind of reach. It's a very good movie.
Right. So looking back, what is the biggest learning for you from this film, from Sarainodu?
I learn every single day. I don't think there's one learning experience. I try to learn. I think everyone should. I don't think the learning process should ever stop. You should pick something up, and I think that happens by observing and, you know, figuring things out and just observing, basically. So Sarainodu, the whole working experience, you know, working with a director like Boyapati sir, that was an experience in itself. Working with him every single day, I cannot just say one day, it's the cumulative effect of having worked with him, and of course the rest of the team like Allu, Arjun, a lot of people who I spend the most time with, you know, my cameraman, Rishi Punjabi. Fantastic. I really love them.
When it comes to films, or what are the kind of film that I actually want to be part of in the future, and what kind of characters do you want to play?
I'd like to continue doing really good films, you know, made by people who really like what they're doing. And as far as the characters that I'd like to play,
is there any particular person you want to work with in the industry?
No, I think there are so many who really like what they're doing, and they're so good at it. They're unbelievably good at it. So I really cannot pick one. So that's what I'm looking to do. I'm just looking to do good characters and good movies, and you know, sort of try my best to raise the bar with every film.
Right. So has there been any film in the past that you thought, oh, I should have been part of?
You know what, frankly, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I do not watch that many movies. I really do not watch that many movies. I have not watched 2 of my own.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it might just be ignorance on my part, but I cannot really give you an answer to that one. There probably would be a role, but I really do not know.
Right. Is there any one regret that you, from your life, is there anything that you regret?
I don't really believe in those either. I just try and do my best every day, because when you do, you end up having no regrets, irrespective of the outcome.
Right. So, Catherine, who's the Sarainodu in your life?
No, man, I'm waiting. Still waiting. No Sarainodu in my life yet. Hopefully, it should come soon. Singing a nice song and dancing and stuff. We'll see.
Finally, what should the audience expect from Sarainodu and your character?
What people should expect from Sarainodu is a very good film. They're going to see a very nice film on celluloid, a very well-rounded movie, and a lot of the credit does go to Boy Party Sir for that, because of the reasons that I told you about earlier. And besides that, Allu Arjun, this is Allu Arjun's film, for the most part. And what he has done in this film, I know it sounds cliche to say this, but it's really different from the way you've seen him earlier, because you've seen him pull off a lot of very stylish, very classy, city boy-ish kind of roles. Whereas in this one, he's broken that, and very successfully. So that is another reason to look out for this film. And besides that, of course, the entire team, lot of fantastic actors, and I'm not even talking about the lead cast, I'm talking about every single person in this film. Very talented artists, our DOP, Rishi Punjabi.
Right.
The visuals of this film are going to stun you. They're going to keep you hooked on. The music by Taman. And a lot of other things like that. Basically, you are going to be entertained.
Which is your favorite song from the film?
I have I like around 3 songs in the film. I like You're My MLA. I like 4 songs. I like Atilok Sundari too, Private Party, and Blockbuster.
Right.
I really like that one. It's quirky.
Right. On that note, wishing the film a blockbuster and wishing you a blockbuster
Yes.
year as
Much.
well.
Thank you
so much for talking to us.
It's my pleasure. Yeah.